using variables. What are variables? Variables are more like a container. They are more like a container. Okay. Variables are more like what? A container. And a container is used, of course, every container is used um to store something, right? To keep something. It's like a storage to something. So that's what variable is. So for this time around, variables are used to store values. They are used in storing values. So we say variables are used to store values. So let's say we have this diagram here. I always use this as a practical example. This is considered to be the cup in your hostel. Now you have a cup which you use in drinking your liquid substance. Liquid substance could be water, it could be soft drink, it could be anything liquid at all. Is your choice. It could be a cup of tea. Is your choice. Okay. You can see I'm a very good artist. I still try now. So please let me remind you, you can do well to also like this video and also subscribe. That's the only way you can just make me happy, by taking my time to do this kind of thing. Okay. So now this cup is considered to be the cup itself is considered to be the variable. Okay. Why the water or the liquid substance, the tea or the drink you pour inside, that one is considered to be the value. Okay. So you can see where my arrow, this arrow variable touches the container, while the value entered inside the container and touch what is inside. So the content is considered to be the value. Okay. So let's say for an example now, I want to declare a variable and assign a value to it. So first one here we have, so if we want to start in PHP, for us to start a variable, to declare a variable, we use the word $sign. So if I say $s is equal to 5, now I've been able to declare and semicolon. I've been able to declare a variable. So this type of variable, I've declared an integer variable. The integer there is telling you is a data type, which tells you that this is a number. Okay, but that's not where we are now. Later we'll still do a video on data type and I will explain so many things on that. Now, but for now, what I'm trying to explain here is that I am trying to let you know that variables are used to store values. Okay, so and the only way of writing variables, declaring a variable in PHP, is you start with what? With this $sign. Are we together? This $sign. So another one is, we can also have something like this, and I will have this. Okay, I want to say John. So this is a string. The type of this is a data type. This kind of data type is this John is a data type called string. So I will put my semicolon. Okay, so I haven't put my semicolon. Okay, yeah. Sorry. So you can see now, after I've done that, now they now said, in this case now, we echoed this, the variable we have declared. How do we echo? So in this case now, if I want to echo, I will say echo sorry. So if I say echo, I'm not going to say the only thing, what I'm saying now, echo $sign x, echo $sign x, because I have already saved, I already stored this 5 inside the variable x. Okay, So the only thing, this anytime I do echo variable x, it means that what we display is it will be what my output will be what will be 5, because I've already stored this 5 inside this inside this variable. So I'm seeing 5 inside this variable. Anytime I take this cup now, and let me use the cup as example now. So let me just finish up this one and say echo. um so okay, so the next example now, I'm going to use the cup. I'm going to say I'm going to say dollar sign. I'm going to say cup and assign a variable to it. So the word variable I will assign to it is water. So water is inside this okay, water is inside this the cup that happen to be our variable. So this cup here, we have water. So you can see this, all these things are water inside. So if I want to, let me start again. So the first thing you do is to open PHP tag. Secondly is to say dollar cup. So assigning it now. So I've assigned, which is what water. I've assigned water into this variable. Okay, I've declared the variable and I've also assigned water as a value into it. So next I want to do is to say echo, sorry, I will say echo what? Echo water, sorry, echo cup, not water, echo cup and this. So after everything, I will now close my PHP tag. So I open it here, okay? So I will close it. So by the time I run this now, if I run this now, if you load this, it will give you your output. Your output will be, your output here will be what? Water. That will be your output. Reason is water is because this water has been stored inside this cup as a variable. So when I came, I echo the cup. Echoing the cup now, the cup, when you echo the cup, you say print. The cup will not print itself. Okay? It's going to give us what has been stored inside. The cup as a container or the variable is not our business. What our major business is the fact that it is what we have used in storing water. So what the contents inside the variable, which is the cup, is what will be our output. I believe that is very clear. So now this aspect, let's leave this one. I'm going to come back for this because there are so many things I need to explain. When we get to a particular topic under OOPS, object oriented and object oriented programming, I will explain all these parts better. So look at this next one that says strings. What are strings? So here we are considering strings here. We are doing strings. So why we have to know this thing is because it is good when you say you understand PHP as a programming language. At least when you see a PHP script, you should be able to interpret every line of that script, what they stand for. And that's when you know if a particular thing is wrong with that script. So the lecturer may give you a particular script and ask you to modify this script. This script, there are some things wrong in this script. Modify it, or probably tell us what is wrong in this script so that we can do the correction. Okay, so how to do that is, that's the reason we are solving this exercises. Don't forget, it's an exercise. It's an exercise. Chapter what? Page 118. So come back to this place now. We have string. Under string, string is a data type. is a data type. I'm still going to make a separate video today. Later I will make a separate teaching on string where I will explain data types. So I will mention different types of data types, how they work, the rest. So this is a variable. Don't forget I explained variable here. But what we are looking here now, this is a variable. I've declared the variable. But what the value I assign into the variable, the type of data I assign to the variable is called the strings. And this is what we mean by string. String is a sequence of characters. Okay, it's a sequence of characters. So that's what we mean by that. And in this case now, when we do this kind of thing as a string, we have our double quote. But mind you, in PHP, there are some, I can say there are some little, I repeat, little, have noticed some kind of similarity. Some things are similar to Python. So if you understood Python when we did Python, then some things I'll be explaining shouldn't be strange to you. So if I say echo here now, so this will give me, if I come here and say echo hello and say this now, okay, so you can see what is happening here now. If I say echo hello variable x is a what? Is a container that have stored this word, this string John. So our output now is what? Is hello what? Hello John. Hello John is our output because we already stored the name, this name John, which is a string, inside this variable. So when we echo this variable alongside with hello, what it gives us, he understands that okay, you are echoing hello, and also this variable has been declared and you assigned a John as the name inside. So it's going to give you hello John. So this is what it's going to give you. Okay, so that is your answer for that. Now this string can be, I used a string the other time. I could say let's say dollar sign number, and I put, this is a different example now, and I want to assign, I can say 20 and semicolon. Now this is a string. The type of string, this 20 is a number, is a string. This type of string we call it integer. We call it integer. Okay. Now this one here, if I say another one, I put negative number. Okay, and I put minus 10 semicolon. So this is a string. This is a string. Sorry, this is a variable. I've declared a variable and assigned an integer, negative integer into this. Okay, so that is what it means. Now there's something I saw the other time. Now this is it here. If you look at it very well, we declared a variable here and we assign 5 to it. 5 is an integer. We declared a variable y, we assign a string which happen to be a name. You can see, so variable y is a string. Okay, so that's for that. Let's go to numbers. What are numbers? In this case now, I believe I'm going to be explaining better. Sorry. So now I've done this. We are on numbers now. Numbers. What are numbers? Numbers are, it's just still the same. It's just still the same. It's just still the same. Now, what this type of thing, what does it simply mean? When we want to find out the data type, okay, numbers, it simply means how will I even explain this so that you understand me? So when we say, firstly, if we say string in PHP, string can be declared using either string, which is simple quote or double quote. Now let me explain that part. Let me explain that part first. So if you when we did something like this, and put this, remember this is a what? This is a string, and this is a string with double quote. If I also do this, and put single quote, okay, it is still acceptable in Python, and this in Python and also acceptable in what? In PHP. It works. So what I'm trying to say is that PHP is not concerned whether you are using a single quote, or you're using a double what? A double quote. It doesn't matter. So any of them, it works. Whether you're using a single quote, this is a single quote, or a double quote. I believe that has been explained. So let's go back to this number now. This number. What does this number simply mean? I think I should move it to this place. What does this number simply mean? So if we have under numbers now, if we have something like this, we say a dollar sign x is equals to this string. Oh, sorry. This is not what we're supposed to be doing. Dollar sign a is equal to 5, and we have dollar sign b is equal to 5.34, which is an integer. Dollar sign c is equal to, now this equal to, what I simply mean by that is all these dollar sign, they are variables, and all these ones here, this whatever equal to, they are the values that have been assigned to this variable. They are stored inside these variables. So now, if I now say var underscore dump dollar sign what this var underscore dump, I put another one which is the b, dollar sign b, and var underscore dump, I put the next one which is what? Dollar score and dollar sign c. What does this simply mean? Please listen attentively. This means that PHP support different types of numbers such as integers, floats, and strings representing numbers. Integers, the floats, and strings, PHP supports. This means as PHP, it supports different numbers, and such as integers. Integers, yeah. Integers. Floats. Floats are those kind of numbers that has decimal points. They are considered to be float. And another type of number are the other one, we call it assigned a strange value. So PHP and strange representing numbers. So when I have this this dollar sign C, this is also a string, okay? So when we now say var is a function in PHP used to display information about a variable, including its type and value. So you could, this var underscore dump is a function. var underscore dump, it's a what? It's a function. This var underscore dump is a function. It's what? Is a function in PHP, and the function, it is used to display information about a variable. So, and the information about a variable it displays is such as let me give you. It display information such as the first one, it displays the types of the variable, and it displays what? It displays the value. The value. Okay. So let us see how each of these has been displayed. The value displayed and the type of variables. Okay. So the first one here we have something like we have the first one, which is var underscore dump. Okay. We now have the $ a inside. What this means, this will give us an output of what? The output of this thing. If I do this kind of thing now, the output of this, the output of this, the output will be int, int, int was int 5, indicating it will give us int 5, and this int 5 is indicating that $a is an integer. That is what it simply means. So if you want to find out if a particular variable, what type of variable and the value that is declared, the variable that is assigned to that variable is what type, what is the type of the variable, and also what is the value assigned to that variable. We use this function var underscore dump. Is a function in PHP. Okay, so next one here we have var underscore dump, and we say $b. What does it simply mean? The output of this is going to be what? The output of this is going to be, don't forget we assigned this here. So this is going to be, see, this is 5.3. So I said that this is going to be a float. Okay, it's going to be a float, indicating that $b is a float, and a float is a part of a data type. Now the last one, var underscore dump here, and I said $, hope you can see it, hope it's clear. Okay, let's continue. $C. When you do this kind of thing, what do you have next? This one now is considered, look at it, the output is going to be strange, which simply means that the output of this is going to be strange. So anything strange there, the difference between strange there is that when we use something like this quotes, it's called strange. It's a strange. And I told you already that PHP accepts single quotes or double quotes. Okay, so this video is already lengthy already, and I think I will just have to stop here. Okay, thank you very much for staying to the very end, and see you in the next video. So more videos are coming today. Just keep watch in order for you to follow. More videos are coming today, and please don't forget to do me a favor by liking this video and subscribing, because that is the only way you can do what you can appreciate what I have done. Please subscribe and also like. Don't tell me you forget. Thank you, and bye.